Hello, happy Easter Sunday, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Raw Sports Radio. Tonight on the panel, we welcome Trav, the Truth. We've also got in the house Castro, but not Fidel. And last but not least, the man, the myth, he's Super Dave. And then you got me over here. My name is Max. And to start things off with, we're going to go over this weekend's games. And wow, what a bunch of great games we had a chance to watch yesterday and this afternoon. And I can't wait to see what happens this coming weekend, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, guys. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't done it already, please hit that subscribe, like, and notification button so you don't miss out on anything here from the Raw Sports Radio Network, where we're going to give it to you real, we're going to give it to you raw, we're going to leave out the speculation, we're going to tell you the truth with facts, knowledge, and we've got a wealth of wisdom on the panel behind us. So, to start things off, guys, let's go with the game that was probably the least interesting, in my opinion. But that's just me. I'm sure there's a bunch of UConn fans right now saying the exact opposite. God bless them. But let's go. Let's take a look at the UConn game against Illinois. We had Connecticut against Illinois, Fighting Illini, and the Huskies yesterday. I don't think that anybody was really surprised from the outcome of the game. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Let's start off things with you, Mr. Castro. What do you think about that Illinois and UConn game? 77-52, UConn won in the end. Anything come out to you surprising?
No, I mean, as it was getting ready for the game, I kind of knew it was going to turn out the way it turned out. Illinois played hard the first half. They was actually in the game. They was fighting hard, but they missed a lot of easy shots. They missed a lot of easy shots. 3-pointer wasn't where it should have been. They averaged probably about a good 42% from the threes, but I think they shot like 23%.
Yeah, they were
Uh,
right below 25% from
yeah,
the floor, and then threes were miserable. So they just, I don't know what happened.
yeah. So as far as that game, we all knew what it was going to be, and UConn showed why they the number one team in the nation. So uh, I kind of figured that was the outcome that's going to be.
I have to agree with that 100%, but that doesn't mean I'm right or you're right because we got Trav the Truth. What do you think?
Yeah, I was kind of shocked they fell out the game like that because I thought they at least had a chance, but they proved me wrong. They just shot off in that game, and that was the difference. In it. They just shot off. That UConn defense shut them down.
Yeah, the light at the end of the tunnel got dimmer and dimmer as that game kept going. So yeah, but yeah, that's very true. It would seem as though they had a chance and that window was open for a little bit and it started closing. But I digress. What do you think about it, Dave? I know we got a little bit of delay, so
Yeah. Oh, my fault. For a
you're fine,
team, I
Dave.
still have myself on mute. For a team, two teams that look kind of even for a bit. You know, man, UConn, they offensive IQ and just the way they pass that ball around, the offense, man, they separated themselves real quick to make sure there was no confusion about who was the more dominant team. Uh, and then Big Boy, man, he walked away with. I mean, he ended with what? Ended up with 20 points,
Yep,
10 rebounds or something like that, double
yep,
double.
yeah,
So
double
he did
double.
his thing. He dominated. Castro, what you think about the big man?
I mean, what I said all along, to me, I mean, everybody is on Zach Edey because he's I guess everybody favorite. But I can't wait to see this matchup if it happens. UConn center is he's a good talent. He's a good talent. I think he'll a good center. So I just can't wait to see that. He played a great game yesterday. They were just Illinois was overmatched. They was overpowered. Same way with Purdue uh, over Tennessee today. They were just overpowered.
That's a really great take from everybody, and I'll have to agree with that as well. I think in this case, on that game, one team was dominant over the other, and they asserted their dominance from beginning to end, and they did not let off the throttle at all. Which brings us to the second game of yesterday, which was a great game. And I know there's somebody here that would probably love to speak on it more so than myself. We're going to let that happen. But this time we're going to start out and we're going to ask Mr. Dave what we think about that Alabama Clemson game. How was that game? 89-82 was the end score. Alabama ended up taking it from Clemson. What do we think about that game? I love watching it.
Oh man, Alabama. I don't think, man, Alabama is versatile, man. I want, hey Trav, man, congratulations on your team, man, for to the Final
Roll
Four.
Tide.
I don't know if you're just shooting the shot in the dark or if you really know what you're talking about. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you credit, man. So y'all look good out there, man. You look good. Your guard, man. Your front court a little weak, whatever. They forced a couple of shots, man. But your front court, man. Y'all guys really can guard the pick and roll, man. Y'all got something. But I don't know if y'all gonna have enough for UConn. But go ahead and celebrate right now while you can. That's all I
Roll
got to say,
Tide,
man.
baby.
I don't want to give too many compliments to Alabama. And by the way, Brad Brownell, man, I think Brad Brownell did an impressive job getting that Clemson squad this far, man. He's another former UNC Wilmington coach, who coach an ACC coach that ended up in the Elite Eight along with Kevin Keats. Both of them coaches, Kevin Keats from NC State and Brad Brownell from Clemson. Both of them came from UNC Wilmington. So yeah, and they had success at UNC Wilmington too. So yeah, that was pretty good, pretty cool to see at the same time. So yeah, and by the way, man, Trav, y'all barely got by my Tar Heels, man. So
Also
Nice,
a
nice.
great game.
yeah, it's another great game.
Yeah,
Hell
Trav,
yeah.
let's hear it. Let's hear it. Give it to us.
Go
Let's hear
ahead,
about
give it.
Alabama.
Well, they played another good team. They beat the Tar Heels, then they got the Clemson, and they beat them too. So they looking pretty good right now. Try to keep the train rolling against UConn or whatever. But this game here, they like you say, their team is versatile. So one game it might be the big men doing their thing. Next game it might be the guard. But they not the number one scoring team for no reason. So they can adjust when they play different teams. And I think they'll adjust pretty good against UConn.
I think that's a real good point that you just made there. Adjustments are going to have to be made, and they did a really good job demonstrating they can make those adjustments on the fly, not only from offense to defense, making sure that they follow through on both ends of the court, but I give it up to the coaching as well on making those adjustments. Beating Clemson and going up against Alabama are going to be night and day differences, but adjustments going to be key, I think. And you hit it right on the head of the nail on that one, without a doubt. What do we think about it as far as that game goes, Castro? What do you have to say about Alabama in the Clemson game?
Uh, they actually, I told y'all guys before, and I'm gonna keep this. If the adjustment is good, everybody in NCAA tournament can make adjustments. is if they get shots. And I said Alabama put up 19 to 21 3-pointers, and they made 9 or 10. They'll win the games. And actually, they just went off the second half. Hitting 15 out of 23 3-pointers. People play Bama. They playing for twos. Bama playing for threes. And what'll win the game is the threes instead of the twos because they outscoring you. So that's Bama MO. They're not strong at the bottom, but they got good guard shooting, and they got good guards that can defend, and they play great defense. They really do. So the North Carolina game, I was surprised. Baycott just didn't show up, which he never shows up. But but in this Clemson game, it was actually an even match. It's just Bama just outshot him. So that's what I think about it.
That's a really great take. I appreciate it, Castor. And just to touch on this, who didn't see that Alabama and UNC game, it was 89-87. It was nonstop, back and forth. Great game to watch. Alabama did get them in the end, though. So hats off to both clubs. Their kids did great. These guys are playing hard, and it's showing every time they step out on the court. Let's talk about the early game. The early game and the late game, which have similar dynamic in that they have the bigs, and everyone likes the bigs. Let's start out with the Purdue Boilermakers and the Tennessee Volunteers. And let's start out this time, Castro. Let's start out with you on this one. What do you think about that game? Because that was a heck of a game, too.
Well, truthfully, you got two players on each team, and there's Edie and there was Connect. And I'm gonna start with Connect. He was doing great. He averaged I think he got 37 points. He was all Tennessee had. Singler, the point guard, he usually help out, but they just couldn't do nothing with Edie. Edie have everybody in foul trouble. But as I was saying with Purdue is they don't have any guard play. The guards don't show up. It's all about Edie. But today, they showed up like a complete team. I can't think of two guards that brings the ball up. I don't know their name by heart, but they played a great game today because when they brought the ball up, they actually was attacking Tennessee. For his layup, as far as getting to the hole, but then dishing it. And it was Edie up for most of the time right there up under the basket where he can just turn around and shoot a hook shot, and he had 40 points, 38, 40 points. He just dominated the game. All phases. He dominated the game. So
right,
Tennessee was overmatched. Yeah, Tennessee was overmatched. I thought Tennessee would play a little bit better, but looking at the game, they was overmatched.
Hey, man, get this clown out the way, man. You damn right he did. Just like I told you. I told you that Zach Edey was going to put them in foul trouble. I told you, man, that nobody could touch Purdue. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Man,
that's
next
how we
time,
keep it raw.
You trust in me. Now, Castro, you owe me an apology, man. You said that the Purdue didn't have no guards, and I told you they did. They had number 3, and his name is Braden Smith, and he came through. And your boys, for Tennessee, the little guard from the Bronx, I forget his name. You know who I'm talking about because you brag about him. Now you got amnesia, like you don't know his name. You see, those little tricks you try right there, man.
I also said. I mean, you was talking. I was talking. Then you just jumped in the middle of the match, asked me what my opinion is, and then you just jumped in. But as I said, was every squirrel get a nut?
You was hating on Purdue.
I don't. Listen, I don't hate on Purdue. I'm just saying Purdue.
You got the mic at the moment, Castro. That was my fault. That was my fault.
Thank you.
Going to finish up. on your take on that game. I know Dave's excited about that game, and he's going to get a chance to tell us about it here in just a second. And I
Let
know
me
he's
let me make
excited.
this clear. Let me make this clear for Dave. I wasn't down at Purdue. All he was saying was eat it this, eat it that, eat it this. And I said, it's 5 guys on the team. 5. And if the other 4 don't show up, it'd be hard for Purdue to win. Well, every squirrel get a nut. So they got one today. Because everybody played like a champion today. And I give my hats off to Purdue for today. But that's it. I'm not on Purdue train. I'm not on the Edie train. So, if he want to get on here and hoop and holler about Edie get everybody in foul trouble, the motherfucker 7'4". He's supposed to get people in foul trouble.
That's a good point. He's got another game to go before we can say anything else about him, and we'll see how that game turns out with him. Thank you, Castro, for the take. Trav, I want to get to you next because I know that Dave is just itching to get on this, but I want to hear what you got to say, Trav, about the Purdue game. And what do you think? What do you think that went like? And what do you think the key is going to be to winning and advancing if that's what ends up happening?
Well, Edie the key. He was the main man today with 40 points. Yeah, the rest of the team only scored 32 points. I don't know if they can advance like that because they're gonna be playing against a better team. And really, the game today, Tennessee lost that game. So they had them. They had them like, especially in the first half. They had them up, I think, double digits, and they let them come back and wind up by 1 at halftime. And they still fought in the second half, but it just was too much eating. I think Tennessee should have. I think they should have got more of their players involved, but they tried to, like a one-on-one matchup. Connect, he's scoring all the points on that side, Edie on the other side. But I think if Tennessee would have got the other players in the game more, they would have pulled out the win.
I know that during the beginning stages of the game in that first half, it was a lot more competitive in my eyes from what I was seeing on the side of Tennessee, and Purdue was able to keep up. But as they slowly pulled away from the second half, it was just very obvious to me, and I think a lot of people, of the dominance that Edie does have when it comes to him being on the floor and on that court. Which brings us to Super Dave. What do you think about Purdue and Tennessee? Give it to us.
Yeah. I hear Trav talking about you know, Zach Edey scoring for most of their points, 40 points, and the rest of the team 32 points, and how that ain't gonna work later on down the road. And but it got us right. It got us this far, you know. And far as Castro, you gonna apologize, man, for what I said, man, for going against me and my predictions against you, Edie. All you did was get on here and took 5 minutes to just do nothing but take away from Zach Edey. Just go ahead and admit that Zach Edey is the man. All right, just admit that I was right. I got an eye for talent, and you don't, bro. Don't ever take off your glasses. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you like Skip did Shannon Sharp. Don't ever take on your glasses. Matter of fact, put your glasses back on right now if they're off. All right, because you gonna need them because you ain't got no eye for talent. All right, don't go against the
Oh,
eye of the tiger. All right,
Well,
another thing, man. Moving on, man. Like I said, man, your boy, you need to put an APB out for your boy Ziggler, cause I don't know where the hell he at, but I don't know what happened to him, cause you always brag about him, yeah, and you brag about him, but he was a no show. I see the little nice, sweet, little heartwarming story on what it was. I don't know what show they had it on, some kind of Tennessee network about how they moved his whole family in and all that. Oh, that was cute. That was nice. That was nice. Tennessee doing good things. That's good to hear. But also, man, your boy, Dylan connect. Can't really say nothing bad about him because Dylan was connecting, but the rest of the four wasn't connecting. So it was more connect four, connect five. I mean, well, connect four because the rest of them were connecting. Don't know how to, don't know, that bit them. But Trav Parsons, the Tennessee going off in the, getting the lead. They went on a run in the first half, and what Purdue ended up doing was responding. That's how they cut. That's how they got back in the game. And then the second half was pretty much even, back and forth. It was pretty much even, and nobody had answers for Zach Edey because he put them all in foul trouble. Now, look, one more thing. I'm gonna end this. Like I said, Castro, I'm undefeated in all my predictions right now. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Undefeated, man. I fly like a butterfly. I sting like a bee, man. Don't you ever in your life go against me.
Caster, we coming back to you. What do you got to say? What's up? What's up? Does
You
Edie
know,
get the love that Edie deserves, or is Edie being overlooked? And I'll refer to this before you answer. At the end of the game in the press conference, Edie was very adamant about saying things about the other universities that ignored him and looked over him and didn't take him. And he mentioned, I believe, Tennessee amongst those teams, amongst others as well, that didn't believe that he was going to be what he is now. And he's proven a lot of people wrong. Do you think that he's that guy?
man,
Come on,
listen.
hater.
You have to develop. And that's what he did. He developed each and every year. At the beginning of his career, Edie wasn't Edie. Edie wasn't shit because if he was, then those universities would have got him. Tennessee would have got him, hands down. Okay. But let me get back today. Listen, I never, and we can go back to the recording because I never said Edie wasn't shit and I'll talk bad about Edie. Let's get that straight. Okay. I said Edie is gonna do what he gonna do, but if the other people, his cast, don't help, they're not gonna win. That's what I said. Then you go back to your prediction when you say you undefeated, Negro. You hooping and hollering about North Carolina gonna beat Bama. What you say you undefeated about your prediction? Really? What the fuck is undefeated by prediction that when you said North Carolina gonna beat Bama?
I
Is
believe
that
what
not a
Dave is
loss?
saying is North Carolina as a state as a whole. So he's not completely incorrect, which is going to be the next game we're going to get
Okay,
on
stop right
next.
there. So stop right there. He started out with North Carolina was gonna beat Bama. That was his prediction. Then he want to throw the damn state on there. But let's get this straight. The whole state gonna lose in the men and the women. Damn NCAA. South Carolina women's we're gonna get to that. But let me just say this right quick.
That's part of
South
the
Carolina
Carolina.
women will beat Duke, North Carolina, now they finna beat North Carolina State.
That's all right. Guess what? It's
Okay,
still Carolina.
now let's go back. Let's go back to this damn North Carolina State shit. North Carolina State men's is what they call it every year, a Cinderella.
Cinderella.
That's all they are right now. A fucking Cinderella. So now they're gonna get to the Final Four and they're gonna
I
lose
know
their
you
damn
ain't
slippers.
talking. Hey, at least they going somewhere. They ain't left in the house like them other brats. Come on, man. Or whatever they were maids. Yeah, them other
You
ladies
you
left in
you
the house.
like you like a lot
They
of people
going
I know.
somewhere, man.
They you don't have a
Look,
team. You got a whole state. So you gonna root for
I got
everybody.
a whole state.
You gonna root for everybody. But then you gonna lose
I
like
got a whole
everybody.
state. Carolina born, Carolina bred. When I die, I'll be Carolina dead.
Okay, well that it is then. That what you gonna be when North Carolina lose.
Right.
I love it. I love it. That's why it's Raw Sports Radio, folks. We don't hold back. There's passion in sports. There's opinion in sports. There's facts in sports. We mix it all up together. And I don't want anybody that's listening or watching to think that anyone here is angry with one another, because this is what we do, and that's why we are the realest, the rawest show on here. Because we're not going to be like everybody else and cater to what you just want to hear. We're going to argue about it, and we're going to make the point. And we're not going to make the point by arguing. We're going to prove it with the numbers and the facts. And at the end of the day, we're going to see who's right. But in the meantime, I want to talk about game 2, another classic game. And this game just got over with not that long ago. We all saw it. And another great game. And I think it's going to be real telling as to what happens on Cinderella, or is she going to be back to Little Maid doing servant work? So that's the question. Is NC State going to be those guys that prove everybody wrong like they did back in 1983? But before we get to that, let's go back and take a look at what happened tonight, because out of all the games, this game right here was so telling on talent and intangibles. I want to know what you guys think about it. Dave, let's start off with you on this one. We got NC State against the dreaded Blue Devils of Duke. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Oh
about
yeah.
this
Oh
game.
yeah.
Let's talk about
Oh
this
yeah.
game, because this was the game to me. I thought this was the game of the day.
Hey, you heard it. Hey, man. Your boy DJ Burns, man. Like I said, I told y'all about DJ Burns. Didn't I tell you about little Zach Randolph? I told y'all about Zach Randolph, especially you, Castro. You seem to be a little hard. When you gonna start trusting my voice, man? I'm right, man, with my predictions, man. Like I said, man, big man. This is the year of the big man, the return of the big man, particularly the American big man. Your boy, the battle between Philip Kowski and DJ Burns, man, from NC State, man. And boy, did they go to work down there in the paint. You know, your boy DJ Burns, man, I think he ended up with 22 points. Max, correct me if I'm wrong on his numbers. I seem to be more focused on the letters,
I'm
the
going back and
victory.
forth, so yeah. You're
Yeah,
good, brother.
yeah. DJ Burns, man. DJ Burns. Matter of fact, I should make Castro tell me. Castro, how many points did he get? Was it 29 points?
You ought to get cable.
29 points, man. That's
If
what
you
I
get
got it.
cable, you would have saw the
I
game.
got cable. I got cable. I
Oh, you're
watched it.
killing me.
29 point. He got 29 points,
29
man.
points, 4
All right,
rebounds,
so
and 3 assists
Max, you
in
wasn't supposed to say that
29
part.
minutes.
You
So
wouldn't say that. You
29
wasn't supposed
minutes,
to mention.
29 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. That was BJ Merger Jr.
Max, just mention the 29 points. Don't mention the 4 rebounds. You make us look bad.
We got to tell the whole story. We can't hold back. He got 4 rebounds.
All
But
right, well, he did his thing. Would you say
he
he
did
did his
do his
thing,
thing.
Castro? Did I pick
Yeah,
out the right players, Castro? My players that I picked out, man, they went lottery. You know, I picked out Zach Edey. I picked out Zach Randolph, aka DJ Burns. I picked these guys out. I handpicked these guys. Like I said, man, put your glasses back on, man.
Over here.
What about Alabama?
Oh, nobody, you know, they're okay. They're okay.
Don't be sour about that loss, man.
Hey, I said they're okay. They're all right for right now.
Get them blue bloods out of here.
Blue Bloods out of here. I like that. Let's go with that. What are you thinking about? What do you think about that game? NC State and Duke. I think more people probably happy that Duke just didn't win than anything else, but that's my opinion. What do you think about the game?
Yeah, it was it started off a good game. Duke was had a little lead going into the second half, but second half it was too much burn. They couldn't stop.
Too much fun. I like
And
that.
DJ
Literally.
Horn, he had a good game too.
Yeah, he
But
did. He had
overall, as a
20
team,
points, 3 points.
they just
20 points.
Oh yeah, he dropped 20. So
Yep.
yeah,
4 rebounds and 3 assists. 4
what his
rebounds and
name?
3 assists. I gotta
Flipowski.
look that up.
Flipowski. He only had 11 points, so he kind of had him on lock. He couldn't do nothing. But now McCain, he had a good game, but it just wasn't enough. That second half, too much burns. It just, I was shocked that they just took over like that. But they started off good, but then they kind of slowed down. But second half they just had a different mindset and they took over the game.
They weren't thinking they were underdogs. They sure weren't playing like it. They looked like winners to me.
Oh yeah, I
Castro,
think
what do you think about that game?
Must do me a favor. See how many times they played each other this year. I know this is the third time they matched up.
Yes,
What was the score? Who won?
Oh my God. Always find a creative way to hate.
it
Goodness
was.
gracious.
Dun, dun, dun.
Until y'all find that, let me go and say what I gotta say. As far as North Carolina State, they did great. Is the people mad? Be either North Carolina or State or Duke won or lost. The whole ACC conference happy. They happy they still got one in there. So I think they'll take either one. They'll take either one. So I mean, disappointing to Duke, but Duke still ain't Duke, just not Duke. And like I said, it could be the Cinderella year for North Carolina State to at least get to the Final Four. To win it, no, they're not capable of doing that.
The last time they met, which would have been in the ACC tournament, looks like Duke was ranked second and NC State was ranked 10th, and they beat them 74-69. That would have been on the 14th, right before the
Mm-hmm.
tournament started. And then I'm just looking here, the rest of the
Still
schedule.
licking their blood, man.
Then I think Duke beat them earlier. And then North Carolina State beat them in the ACC tournament, and then beat them again today. So
So what?
Yeah,
you
So
know,
Duke
what?
did.
What matters?
when
What
you
you having
when
the better
you
year?
when you match up with the same team 3 times in a row, you basically know each other. So it just all depends on who has the heart to win that game or don't. And North Carolina State never been to the Final Four. Duke think they supposed to be there all the time. So North Carolina just pulled it out. They had more heart than Duke did. So, I give all the credit to North Carolina. It's a surprising team, but I root for them.
I like that.
Wow.
That's
I
honest.
hope you done, man. I hope you done. Yeah, North Carolina. So you trying to say we played Duke 4 times in a row to get to the Final Four?
I said you played
Man,
them
you
three
don't bump
times in
your
a
head.
doggone row. I said you played them 3 times this year.
This the NCAA. What's wrong
It
with
was
you?
it was the ACC title game. It was
This
the
the
ACC regular
NCAA.
season game. So what's your
So you
point?
act like so you act like we played them. Just we went through for 3 other teams to get to Duke. What do you
Duke was the
mean?
3 other team to get to North Carolina State. What's your point?
You act the way you was talking like we played them 3 times in a row in the NCAA tournament,
I
and then you
said
said
you
another,
played them three
and then
times this year.
and then you said well, we never been to the Final Four. Man, you ain't hear him at the man
Have you ever been?
around the
You won it in '83. My
1983.
bad. You won it in
83.
'83.
Jimmy B.
Congratulations. You won in '83. Hell,
And don't
people
forget
get
about the
old
years
timers
when
when
we
y'all
were.
win
Don't
something.
forget don't forget about the years when we beat UCLA with boy Skywalker, David Thompson. Don't you forget? We invented it. We invented the alley hoop.
Okay, well, if you're getting another title, do that.
Hey man, look, we got UConn. We looking at UConn with a Wolfpack eye.
Okay.
But they did
They,
play each other in that short span of time this year, and in all fairness, that is, you know, they didn't split it evenly, and one team's still around, the other one's not. But that's all right, because we're going to see what happens here in the next week to see who can do it for another 40 minutes and get bragging rights, move on to that last stage. Right now, everybody's still 0-0, which is going to bring us to the next topic. Unless you wanted to add anything else on the UNC Duke game, gentlemen.
North Carolina State, yeah, Duke game. Nah, man. I just want to hear.
we can move
I want
on.
to get everybody prediction. I want to get it. Yeah, because his team out. That's why his team taking a vacation in Florida. Yeah, I want to see what everybody's prediction is for the Final Four.
All right.
You know,
We want to get to the
yeah,
final four.
yeah. I want their predictions because this guy right here, he not about to come in here acting like he knew it the whole time. Yeah, I knew it the whole time. Nah, you
Oh,
gonna tell me? Nah, we ain't doing
okay. Okay. Let us make some final four predictions. The matchups are scheduled for looks like next Saturday. We've got number 4 Alabama at number 1 UConn. That one's scheduled 7:49. Call it 8 o'clock. And then we've got the other game or the early game. That's NC State versus number 1 Purdue, and that one's going to be at 5:10 p.m. Central Standard Time on both games. So let's start then with the let's go with Alabama and UConn to start out with, and
that. Castro, what you got, man?
let's go with
Come on, let's
Castro.
get to it.
Let's go Castro. Castro, who do you think and why? Alabama, UConn.
Yeah, he quiet in the church mouse right now, man. Yeah, he got up out of here. I think I don't even know if he in here. He probably got up out of here when it came down to predictions. Oh yeah, he out of here. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get it on swamp back to the swamp, man. Uh, look, UConn and Alabama. Dang, man, sidetrack, man. Your team going home, man. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to sleep on Alabama, man. I don't. Well, yeah, y'all going home, man. The big man down in the paint, man. I gotta give it to UConn. And can I go and get my other predictions? Go ahead and give it all at once. We got NC
Yeah,
State versus Purdue. Ooh wee.
this is tough for you, isn't
Dang,
it?
yeah, this is tough
Because this is like,
because I don't know. I don't
are
know
we
if
going with home or
I
are
want.
we
I, I want to go at home, but I gotta be realistic because my record is flawless. I don't want to mess that
just
up.
remember Burns has been a
So
bad, bad man.
yeah, but that's on offense. I'm talking defense. He gonna get his on offense, but is he gonna get in the foul trouble? Uh, Against Zach Edey is what I'm worried about. I don't know. Will he get in the foul trouble against Zach Edey? Oh man, it's kind of hard to doubt Zach Edey, man. I don't want to go against your boy, but you know what? Let's go ahead and say we got the answer for Zach Edey. Trav, like I told you just the other day, man, we got the number 34 coming off the bench, Middlebrook. We got him to throw at Zach Edey so we can spare DJ Burns and Diarra. So we could rotate those three big men on Zach Edey so they don't get in foul trouble. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go NC State. I'm gonna go NC State, man.
Wow.
Pull off the upset. Yeah, and DJ Burns. I mean, it's hard to go against the Purdue number 3 Braden Smith, man. He nice, man. It's kind of hard to go against them. Oh man, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with NC State, and then UConn. We'll get UConn over Alabama. So we're gonna have a NC State UConn matchup. Yeah, and we'll go from there.
Wolfpack versus Huskies. I like
Versus
that.
Husky, man. We're gonna show y'all who the real wolves are. Those are just Huskies
Ooh.
over there. So go ahead, man. Go ahead, Trav. What you got, man?
Man, with the Alabama UConn, I got Roll Tide. I can't go against the Tide.
That wasn't hard to
Uh,
figure out.
I think they can beat them. They just they can't come out slow how they did these last two games. I don't know, just Alabama they start off slow and then as the game go on, it's like they get stronger and stronger. But I don't know if they can afford to do that against UConn. So I'm expecting them to come out and jump on them quick. And I'm going with Alabama that game. Now the other game, NC State and Purdue, I think Edie gonna be too much for him. I like North Carolina State, so it's a hard one for me. So
You right, man. You called my bluff.
yeah, it's a hard one. But looking at what Edie been doing, like I say, he had 40 today. So I don't know. I think it's just gonna be too much Edie. So I'm going for Purdue and Alabama in the championship.
Hey, Trav, you think Edie gonna get UNC State into foul trouble real quick?
I think he will. I mean,
I hope.
every team they play, them guys, they gonna get in foul trouble.
It's crazy, but it's real, man. Going against Edie, man. It's like Wilt Chamberlain picking up a bunch of fouls.
Yeah, he
And this guy a
just
better free throw.
he too big for him.
Too big.
But
Oh,
you know how I look at a team. A team gotta they gotta get him out of that paint. That's for one, and they gotta have somebody going at him, make him play some defense. That's how you beat him. Cause we all can agree he real slow. So I said before, I don't think you know somebody probably draft him or whatever, but I don't think he ain't gonna be as effective in the NBA as in college.
what's your prediction, Max?
Man, I I'm gonna be the guy that's gonna predict Purdue. I'm gonna say Alabama. It's a gut feeling more than anything else. Not to say that Connecticut isn't a better team necessarily than Alabama, but I think Alabama could pull together and win as long as they play as well as they've been playing and gelling to continue. And they can beat them. Not saying they will, but they can. And I'll take Alabama against Connecticut. And then as far as Purdue goes against NC State, as entertaining as that matchup is going to be, I believe that Purdue is going to will their way to a win in order to get to that next level. But I think that the Cinderella story of NC State is going to stop, and Purdue's going to end that story for them, and we'll see what happens from there on with that prediction. But I think that ultimately Purdue, Alabama, finals championship game.
And man, we all wrong, man. It's gonna be Purdue and UConn. We, I guess I'm a little biased because I said NC State, but hey, it is what it is.
And you know it's tough to not want to root for NC State, but I'm just having a hard time seeing them get. Edie's tough.
Yeah,
Edie's
yeah,
just
man. Yeah, it would take an upset, but definitely, man. Purdue is the favorite, and Connecticut is the favorite. So just going off that, you know what I'm saying, the percentages fall to Purdue and UConn. But the underdogs got a slight chance, and that's why it's a slight chance for NC State as an upset. But hey,
Yeah, NC
that's
State
really some logic to the Russian. Go ahead, Trey.
NC State they gonna have to get a lot of ball moving and get different players in the game. They ain't gonna be able to go back and forth with Burns with Edie. They ain't gonna be able to do that.
no.
That's the mistake Tennessee made.
You mean Duke?
Yeah, I'm saying that's the mistake Tennessee made against Purdue that when they was just trying to go back
Okay.
and forth with one player.
Oh yeah, Edie. Yeah, for both teams did it. NC State and Purdue did it. Yep, man. They go Cash though, man, trying to duck these predictions, man. You know how you do.
Hmm?
Give
Well,
me your predictions, man. What's your predictions
For what?
for this Final Four, man? Who advancing, man, to the finals, man? Who you got?
Uh, be honest with you, UConn and probably Purdue.
Yeah.
They are a nightmare matchup. If Bama beat UConn, then they have to shoot a lot of 3-pointers to make it. They can't fight on the inside with UConn, so they got to shoot perimeter shots. And they got to try to put they guards in foul trouble. With Purdue, they just. I mean, I know y'all like that big boy from North Carolina State, but you know what? Let me ask this question. Since these your final picks and your boys, Dave. So who you pick? Either or the other big boy from North Carolina State to go for?
I believe that everybody that I picked
Yes.
myself. I got Purdue and I got Alabama. Trav, you went. I know you went with Alabama, but did you say Purdue also on that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Purdue.
Yeah,
Too
and
much
then
eating for
yeah, and then Dave. Yeah, Dave. I want to. Well, no, I'll let Dave talk with himself. Dave, what'd you say?
Yeah, man. I say NC State, man, and UConn, man.
NC State, UConn.
Hey,
But
Trav.
I gave them. But
them. What's up?
there you go,
Let,
man. Here
let,
you
let
go.
me let me ask you something, Trav. Why you pick Bama over UConn?
Why not?
Just trying to figure out
I think
what could be the
yeah, you break it
what could
up.
be
I
the
ain't hear you.
point where they can actually just okay. What I'm asking is your logic. What is your logic for Bama to beat? What they have to do to beat UConn?
They just gotta start out fast. They gotta hit them quick. They can't do what they've been doing the last two games. They come out slow. That's what they've been doing. And they second half they play way better ball. Going late into the first half. They always like as the game go on, they get better. But I don't think they can afford to do that against UConn.
Do you think they need to shoot more threes and make more threes, or just play a straight up game? I mean, UConn got the advantage on
Yeah,
the
they
inside, right?
yeah, they gonna have to get them threes going. That's a
Okay,
must.
okay. I'm with you on that. I'm
But
with
too,
you on
they got
that.
the big boy UConn guy, Alabama got to go at them. They need to try to go at them and get them in foul trouble. That's what they need to do with them big boys. Yeah,
True, true.
I mean, like I said, if Bama make these threes, they'll be a hard team to beat. So I guess that's the biggest thing for me. I want Bama to win. So I need them to, like you said, come out fast, but not just come out fast. Make sure they hit their shots.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
important thing. They got to make these 3 points.
Oh yeah, UConn tough now.
But I still pick UConn and I pick Purdue to win, to be in the national title.
You
Nice.
done came a long way, man. You came a long way, man.
It's
Hey,
called a journey.
Trav.
It's called a journey.
Yeah, man. You definitely adjourned, man. And listen to me about Purdue, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Well, I couldn't pick NC State.
Catch
That that
22,
that
man.
be
You know where
telling
you
that
at.
be telling a lie on Raw Sports. That be telling a fat ass lie on Raw Sports if I say North Carolina State.
Hey, don't worry, man. You ain't the only one. I came back and cleared that up too, man. I said, as the favorites, man, it's gonna be Purdue and Connecticut, man. You know what I'm saying? But being that we do got a slight chance to win, I went with the slight chance.
Well, Alabama got a slight chance too.
Mhm.
Right. And I get
Okay.
it. Yeah, I get it. Hey, it can happen now. It definitely can happen, especially if number two start taking old boy off the dribble, man, and somehow get him. I'm talking about number two. What's the center name again for Alabama? If he able to get big boy in the foul trouble, I think that's the key to the game right there. Because
You talking
I
about
know Alabama. Yeah, Nelson, Grant Nelson, Nelson Grant. Yeah, I know because I know that they can guard the UConn guards and all of that shit. I know they can guard them. They got to keep them off the boards though, because UConn is a very good rebounding team. So
Sorry, one more thing, Trav. This is the key point for Bama to win this game. Bama got to get 90. They got to get 90 or above. The
I
Bama
think
get 90. If they score 90, they'll win this game.
I think they can get
I
9 or close to it.
Yeah.
I think the referees gonna keep y'all from winning, man. They want to see UConn repeat like Florida. Al Horford and
I
Joakim
don't
Noah.
think so.
They got 89 against UNC. Sorry, Dave. They got 89 against Clemson. I don't see any reason why they can't come close to getting 90 points. There's no reason why I don't see any reason why they couldn't. As far as Connecticut goes, yeah, they can put up some points. There's no doubt about it. They got a better team, and I don't think anybody could argue that that is the fact. But if Alabama could play better as a team and hit those threes and get that percentage up, they can win that game.
They can win that game if they guard. They backcourt don't shoot them out the game.
Yeah.
Because the front court ain't gonna mess up unless the referees decide to put them in foul trouble. But I don't think UConn really played anybody this year, man. Castro, man, who did they play? That was really good this year.
I don't know, D. I don't know their schedule. I don't know who actually they played this year. But
Max got it all in front of him.
but when you,
I'm about to go ahead.
We got
go ahead, Max.
Everybody in the Big East. So we got Marquette, Villanova, Georgetown, DePaul, Creighton, Butler, St. John's, Providence, Xavier, and
what's the non-conference, Max? What's the non-conference?
Yeah, they ain't play nobody.
Who they play? They played DePaul, Butler, St. John's.
Bunch of Catholic schools.
St. John in a conference. St. John in the East.
Seton Hall. I'm looking over here.
Frauds, man. Yeah.
I don't know, D. You might be right. They play quality, talent in Creighton and Marquette. Those are quality teams. They pretty good.
Look what NC State did to Marquette.
Yeah, they played Gonzaga.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Gonzaga ain't get. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they beat North Carolina.
Say what now?
What was the score?
Say that again, Trash.
I back up off of them. I back up.
Say what, Trash?
The blue blood. Now they did lose to Kansas during the year. And they lost to Seton Hall. So
but the main one,
I know if Seton Hall beat them, we can beat them.
Well, the main one was North Carolina. So that's they was what the top of their game, in the rank 3 in the nation. So if they beat the number 3 teams or number 4 team in the nation, then okay, they got a pretty good team. Don't you think so, Dave?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
Yeah.
My man. My man.
Yep. I ain't about to make a fool of myself. I know you're trying to set me up for it can get even worse from here on out.
Oh shit.
I ain't like what you call it. I ain't gonna run into no brick wall. Nah. Well, I can't. All right, yeah, I'm gonna back up off that. I mean, I was just doubtful because of the conference they came from.
What are we talking
Man,
about?
Like y'all said,
roll
they
tide
got
gonna roll all over.
They got out of conference games.
They're gonna roll all over them.
You know, all I can say is this: it is the 4 teams in this the final 4. Actually, is the big nation. Not
Your phone
see the
went out. Say that again.
United coming.
Yeah, you break it up,
Yeah,
Castro.
with North Carolina State. I'm good.
Yeah, okay, you back now.
Okay. As I was saying before we move on, that I just didn't see North Carolina State in the rearview mirror. They just came on like a storm. So
Amen.
happy before.
Hey,
I'm happy for.
where your Gators at? Where your Gators at, man? Where your Gators? Man, look, we ain't even supposed to be here.
I don't even know when you say we. Who is we? North Carolina State, or
North
Purdue?
Carolina,
Who the fuck is we? Because you got 3, 4 damn teams in the damn nation.
We ain't even supposed to be
You got 3, 4 teams that you're rooting for.
Man, we got Deborah Cox singing right now. How did you get here? Hey, Deborah Cox. Nobody's supposed to be here. We're going to have Deborah Cox singing for us at halftime, man. Final 4, she can come out and sing for halftime.
It was the grace of God, y'all here.
Hey,
y'all needed some prayers. Y'all needed some prayers.
We're going to have Deborah Cox and J. Cole come out, man. We're going to have Deborah Cox singing at the halftime. Watch, man.
They going home.
They going home.
So they need some sad singing going on.
Nah, man. Hey.
North Carolina State. They going home.
And this coming from an Alabama fan who ain't even supposed to be here. An Alabama fan.
Listen, Alabama was one of the top 3 teams in the ACC. It was predicted well right here.
You break it up, Castro.
All right, man. I'm gonna leave y'all alone because I already know what this is. It's gonna be Alabama, onslaught, ambush. This is what it's gonna be. Retreat.
Yeah, I feel like if they lost to Creighton, they lost to Creighton and Seton Hall during the year. Oh yeah, we can beat them.
Marquette, Creighton, Seton Hall, St. John's, Providence, Villanova, Butler, Xavier, Georgetown.
None of the teams are ranked really. Marquette was ranked number 8.
And then
they played a few ranked teams though.
DePaul was unranked. Georgetown unranked. Butler unranked. St. John's unranked. Providence unranked. Xavier unranked. Villanova unranked. Creighton was number 11.
Yeah.
Then they played Georgia. Yeah, so.
And then if we go to the ACC, we got UNC, Duke, Virginia, Pittsburgh, Clemson, Syracuse, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Florida State. Yeah, NC State right there.
Yeah, strength of schedule, man. So we ain't no Cinderella.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on, Dave. He asked you a question. Who is we? Who you with?
We ain't no listen, man.
Who you with? North Carolina State, or Purdue?
I believe it's
Carolina born. I'm Carolina born, Carolina bred. When I die, I'll be Carolina dead. My team died. I'll be Carolina dead.
Except for the Panthers. He does not support the Panthers. Do you support the Panthers, Dave?
I love the Panthers, but
Oh, shit.
I always hate the front office.
All right. You don't like the ownership. All right. I can.
Well, I don't know about the Dave. I don't know about the new guy, Dave. I don't know about this new guy, but the previous owner, man, all the shit that Dave Richardson was doing, and then and the harassment. And before that, we used to have good teams, and he would get rid of them the next year. So that's what I was like front office. But yeah, Carolina, man, all day, man.
Carolina. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Before you go, man, let me ask Dave this. See, Carolina all day. This is my last one, Dave.
We got to talk about the women's too.
So. Answer this question for me. You said Carolina dead, so when they fall out this next game, is you gonna root for Purdue or you gonna be done?
So look, so when Carolina, when the Tar Heels died, a part of me died, my brother.
Okay, then.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he said my bad. He said a part of him, not all of him, a part of him.
Right, there you go. Carolina, man, Carolina. So when Carolina died, I'ma still have South Carolina alive. You see what I'm saying?
Do you feel any pain from a Duke loss at all?
And look, Castro. Before y'all probably don't know this, man. You're a child, but Carolina, North Carolina, and South Carolina used to be one state. So I'm one of them guys, man, that still keep it like that, man.
Well, you're not one state no more.
Yeah, we still one state, man.
You're not one state.
All right. We one state.
Okay. You can adopt them. Go ahead.
The Carolinas.
The Carolinas. Dave, did anything hurt when Duke lost?
Part of him died too.
Yeah, North Carolina too.
Yeah, that's North Carolina too. That's Durham. Technically, that's Durham. You know what I'm saying? That's Durham. So, hey, Durham is the last. Durham is more like yeah, man. We still got people in Carolina that like Duke. So it is what it is.
So Saturday, that's right? Gonna be the.
Who?
That's gonna be the kill shot Saturday.
Y'all listen, y'all just can't do nothing with them Carolina teams.
I'm saying that's gonna be the kill shot Saturday.
Hey man, what listen, we still got South Carolina in there. You know what I'm saying? For the women's.
We done went from men to women.
Either way, man.
We done went from men to women. God no.
Yeah, they in there every year.
As of late, we always in there.
Speaking of women,
greatness.
NCAA women's.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, Max.
Castro,
we got some matchups coming up.
We do have some matchups coming up because we're not leaving the women out. Women are going to be left out. They're not going to take back seats to anybody by any means. They've got some big matches coming up as well. And it looks like starting tomorrow, we've got some games. Let's see what we got.
I know we got LSU versus Iowa.
The big rematch game. Yeah.
We got NC State advancing against, if it's the elite. I don't know if it's the elite. If we still got some teams to play, but if
it's a Final Four.
Okay, well, my team in it, NC State in it.
Yep.
Stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us, man.
Okay.
NC State is there, man.
Yeah. Both of them gonna die. Both of them gonna die on the same. Both of them gonna die the day and the day after.
This ain't no wood. Hey, look. NC State and who else we got? We got USC, right?
NC State and then South Carolina.
No. We don't play each other, do we?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won big state.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
We
play each
play
other.
UConn,
You,
right? They got us fighting against each other.
yeah.
they had you fighting against each other today when Duke and North Carolina State played.
Yeah. Also
Ah,
true.
man. All right then. It is what it is. Former player, man, from South Carolina. You know, she left from Don Staley's program as a freshman. A girl, number 22 Wilson, I think. She left from there, man. Went to NC State. Look where they at now, man. She from my hometown, also Castro Wilmington, man. So I gotta root for them. A little biased, man, but South
Mm.
Carolina, so it don't matter, man. It don't matter. It'll make sense to you in the end.
Matt, what's the matchup?
We got Iowa LSU rematch of last year's championship game that, if everybody recalls, got the fingers in the face and the ring ding, 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 from Angel Reese
Yeah,
to Caitlin Clark.
Tony Yayo.
So, yeah, that'll be a game that ought to be pretty awesome to watch. And then the other game is going to be dun 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 USC UConn.
Oh man.
Yeah. Your girl Juju going back home or what? I see. She
Uh,
got game now, but she's like a little Kobe out there. I think she going home though, like Kobe.
Yeah, you think she
Hmm.
going home
She going home.
tomorrow?
She got the IQ to score. I watch Caitlin Clark. That girl be setting the table, man. She think she's Caitlin
I
Clark. Can you
think
believe it, man? The
that's who going
NCAA
home.
leading scorer. Now she's a pass first guard now. Max, am I making this up, man? Yeah, you seen the game. Caitlin
I
Clark thinks
saw
the pass first, man.
the way, and we can,
Trey,
yeah,
you already know I don't like score first people like necessarily unless you're Michael Jordan, man. Uh man, that girl is out there setting the table. It's beautiful, man.
I think LSU gonna take them down.
you think so?
Yeah,
They got more
LSU.
heart. LSU got more
Yeah.
heart.
Okay. Well, Caitlin Clark might pick them apart, man. I'm telling you right now, the IQ is crazy.
I think she's scared of them.
Okay. All right. Cool. Either way, I don't care which way it
Ah.
goes. I like both of them.
Yeah, I'm
You
going
think Caitlin?
LSU.
You think Caitlin Clark is going to be a little bit? You think she's going to change the way that she plays in that game tomorrow because they lost last year? You think that's going to still be in the back of her mind?
Oh yeah, of course. It's still gonna be in her mind. She gonna want to win that game, but I think that's gonna throw her off.
She's going to want to win too much.
Yeah, that's gonna throw a game off.
Trav, you agree with that? What do you think?
I mean, Castro, you meant.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
mm. Shit. Damn, Trav. Uh, shit. I mean, to be honest with you, LSU team, LSU team is better than our team, but this girl's on another. She's on another journey right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know if this chick gonna come out and excuse me, I didn't mean chick, but this girl gonna come out and just actually dominate the game. I don't know. I mean,
Right.
I'm looking for LSU to win because I think LSU got more talent players than our got. But when you got that one girl that is a dog that's determined to beat LSU, determined to shit Angel Reese ass up, determined.
Nah.
She don't want this to be her last game. She don't want to be, the let down for hours, the state of Iowa, and not go and play for the national title or win the national title. So she gonna bring everything she got. Now, if it's gonna be enough, Travis, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm with you. I'm with LSU, but that's gonna be intriguing fucking game right there.
And
Oh
just
yeah,
to add to that, the road to get to where both of these teams are, Iowa had to beat to start out with Holy Cross in the first round, which they got through easily 91-65. Second round, they played West Virginia, ranked number 8, which they beat 64-54. And then Colorado, which they just beat here recently, was ranked number 5, 89-68 is where they were. Now, LSU, first round, played number 14 Rice, 70-60. Moved on to Middle Tennessee, ranked number 11, where they routed them 83-56. And then it looks like number 2 UCLA, which we saw that game here, and the game score 78-69 in favor of LSU, and definitely the toughest competition they had in the tournament. I think we can agree on that. It's hard for me to say that one team has got an advantage over the other, with the exception of strength of schedule to get to where they are.
Let me say this, Trash. If LSU get down almost a double digit to an hour, you can cancel that game. They ain't coming back from that. If they get down, they ain't coming back from that. Cause Caitlin Clark gonna make sure they ain't coming back from that. If they get behind, if they fall behind, almost double digits, if they play like they played today or yesterday, and they was almost at halftime, they was down, they're not coming back from that. That's a different animal.
yeah.
Man, Trav,
No, I don't think it. What that day?
I might be in here with you next week. If Caitlin Clark let me down, I might be in here with you talking shit, man. Yeah, like, I turn real quick, man. I can't be wrong for too long, man. But now I don't think I'll be wrong, Trav, because Caitlin Clark, man. Castro, you see?
Hello.
Yeah, they must drop that.
So what you
No, I
think?
ain't
What
drop
you
that.
think about that theory, Trash? I mean, if they get down against Iowa, you think they got enough to come back against them?
Along with that, like you say, if it's too much of a lead, then no, I don't think so. But if it's maybe like a 10-point lead, something like that, they can come back from that.
Do you put stock in injuries? I don't.
Well, it ain't just her, but I think they the toughness. I think they tougher than
Yeah, yeah.
Dave, is that you?
Yeah, that was Dave in the background.
All right.
Yeah, I just think they just tougher, so I just believe they'll come out with the victory on that. I think they'll limit Caitlin. They'll rough her up a little and put a little defense on her. I think that'll shake her up.
I definitely think it's going to be a great game to watch. And like I said, it could be her last game. We don't know. Only one way to find out. But I think with the amount of fight she has in her and the competitor that she is, she's going to put on a hell of a show either way. Whatever is going to happen is going to be left out on that court. And I think the same is going to go for both teams. They've got equally as much to lose, but clearly one has a lot more to gain and a lot more to prove than the other.
Yeah, I think Florida J, she might drop by 30 on them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Trav. That's the X factor right there. Yeah, that's the X factor.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, we keep forgetting about her. But Castro, I wanted to ask you, man. You see the way that Caitlin Clark resetting the table up for her team? Man?
Yeah, that's my point. D is we just looking at
Trav
our
ain't seen that, but
we looking at
oh
our and
man,
we just everybody just seeing Caitlin Clark. But our got some shooters on their team just as well. But Trav,
right.
you're right when they say the toughness, but I don't know. I mean, like I
Man.
said, it's gonna be a great game, but both of them kind of won't. South Carolina, uh, Iowa and LSU, both of them won't South Carolina. So I don't know. I can't pick one on that. But if I had
And then
to, it would be LSU if I had to.
when the last
Well,
time
hold
has
on, hold on, hold
Iowa?
on. That ain't what you said earlier. You said Iowa earlier now. Come on now.
I never said I was gonna win. I said LSU gonna win.
Oh man,
Yeah, I thought you went with
back and
Iowa.
forth.
Huh?
Yeah,
I
man.
thought you went with Kate.
No, I said I'm with you, Trash. I said I'm with you, Trash. I would take LSU, but I think if Iowa sit there and get a 10-point lead on
Uh,
LSU, they can't come back from that. So if
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
misunderstood me, let me just correct myself right then and there. I said Castro, LSU supposed to win the game.
Oh man, you
Okay.
back and forth like a gator. You back and
You
forth
know
like a
what?
gator
Hey,
tail.
hey, I'm about like you. I'm about like you, Dave. I hate to lose. I'll switch in a minute.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It is what it is. Oh man. Get off of here. Oh man. But yeah, man, I need to get off the turnpike. But yeah, man, man, Caitlin Clark can come out there and just dominate with her passing, man. What you think about that, Trav? What if she just go out there and dominate with her passing for the first 5 to 8
Oh,
minutes?
I don't think that's
Ooh
gonna happen. I
wee.
think she
Y'all
gonna she
y'all
gonna
will
need to
be
she
y'all
gonna
will
need to
be
try to
in
get some
trouble.
buckets.
See, that's the thing. Y'all keep thinking that she need to score for them to win, man, for them to be competitive. Keep thinking she need to score. Keep thinking that. Different, man. She know, man, the reputation that's been put out against her, man. That people try to point her and say she's just a shooter. All right.
And yeah, she gonna have to play some defense too.
Yeah, she been playing defense too, man. Yeah, she looking over there at USC, looking at Juju Watkins playing defense as a freshman. Yeah, she looking over there. She see all of that, man. Trust me, she want to keep that number one spot, man. As the top lady in the sport, she want to be number one, man. In her mind, not just from the consensus or the mock draft. She want everybody to know she still want number one. She on a mission.
She
So to be number one, what you have to do to earn to be number one?
You got to beat everybody, man.
got to beat
Okay.
everybody.
Okay. Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Bro, we don't know.
We don't
Okay.
know.
Well,
I
you
think
I'm just
same way you doing your prediction.
I I think that we're gonna agree to disagree on this one, guys, because I think we're split down the middle versus the generational talent that we're gonna see and the mental block that we have just created that she may or may not have against what happened last year. So what it comes down to is tomorrow, if Caitlin Clark shows up and plays like she's been playing and has a complete game, both sides, offense, defense, and the rest of her team is present and contributes, Iowa will win that game.
yeah, or either that or LSU gonna mop the floor with them. One of the two. They're gonna
One of
take
the
them out of
two,
the
yeah.
game.
And I
It's
think a
gonna
great
be one of
argument
the
can be
two.
made for either way. But it's not going to take
Yeah,
much for
it
that
ain't no
to
in
happen.
betweens.
Yeah, yeah. There's legacy there. There's a
I
lot of
see. I
things going on.
right. I see. It like Castro said. If you know, Iowa come out and get a lead, they're gonna keep it, and they want. I don't see them winning that by much. They won't win more than more than 10 points. But if LSU come out and get to a lead, man, I think LSU would just dominate them until they take their heart, man. And that's what's gonna happen. It ain't gonna be no close loss for Iowa if they get behind by LSU. Because LSU one of them teams they could fight being on the bottom. If Iowa's on top of them, they could fight being on the bottom. But can Iowa fight from the bottom?
I think they can. I mean, they
I don't
got
think
a
they can
person
fight
that
hard.
they got a person. They got a female that can shoot the ball, and she can score in all type of ways.
Yeah.
If Iowa was down, they got a good opportunity to come back because Caitlin Clark gonna shoot them back into the game. They got a good chance of coming back if they down.
She'll be a star for real. If she do that, I don't think it's solidified, man. If she do that, oh man, that'll be a classic game for the decades.
I think that she's already having an impact on the game that we're not even realizing because we're sitting here talking about Caitlin Clark, college basketball, women's college basketball, and that transitioning and how much attention that is now getting. Before, it really wasn't even on the radar, but now with the players and the talent.
Can't credit all of that to Caitlin Clark, though. Nah, we can't.
No. Not giving it all because there's people that came before her, Sue Bird, etc., that paved the way.
No, I'm talking about in today's game right now. You still got South Carolina. That's the reason why everybody watching, not because of Caitlin Clark. To be honest with you, people watching champions, man. They want to see winners, and they've been watching that with South Carolina. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, but everybody been surprised by South Carolina. They learned about Caitlin Clark along the way.
Who was surprised about South Carolina, Dave? We from the South. We watch the sports. We watch the games.
No, because Gino and UConn and them been dominating. So whenever Dawn Staley was able to start her own dynasty, like she just started her own program and just start taking over. That meant a lot for people, man. Like, damn, nobody ever thought that anybody could take down UConn. Right or wrong?
Well, they said the same thing. I mean, you're right, but they said the same thing about Pat Summer when she had Tennessee. Tennessee was a dynasty.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, Candace Parker, but not to the level of UConn, man.
Shit, come on, man. Yeah, damn. Come on now.
Say Castro's right on that one.
Yeah, you gotta agree with me. That shit just dumbfounded. That don't make no sense. You can't sit here and say Tennessee wasn't no damn dynasty when Pat Summer was coaching.
How many?
Don't ask about the titles, huh?
How many titles they won with Pat Summer?
I think they won. I think they won 5. I think Gino won like 6 or 7.
And Gino won his consecutively in a row, right?
No.
Yeah, I think he did go back to back.
He didn't go 5 titles back to back.
Oh no.
Okay, that's what he asked. He said, did he won consecutively? No.
What about Pat Summer?
She didn't win. She didn't win hers back to back. She didn't win hers back to back. But she had the dominant program in women's basketball in her era when she was living.
Yeah.
When she got sick, Gino came along at UConn.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say that.
When Candace Parker left, that's when I remember. That's one of the last things I remember.
Oh yeah, they was a dominant team for some years.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this thing up, man.
Yeah, she dominated for some years, but he got more championships.
Yes.
What? Say that again.
Let me see.
Who you asking?
I couldn't hear him.
You were breaking up, Castro.
I just agree with you, Trev. Say yes. Yeah, I said Gino got
You
more
say
championships than Pat.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back to '95, Pat. You know, Pat won in '91, but then Carolina won in between that. So I know you don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because Carolina won in '94, then Connecticut '95, and Tennessee ran off three straight championships: '96, '97, '98.
97. Yes.
Then Purdue and UConn won in 2000, and Notre Dame 2001. And then UConn came back and won three straight: 2002, 2003, 2004. And then Baylor, Maryland, Tennessee, 2 years straight, back to back, '07 and '08. Probably Candace Park, and then you got '09, 2010, Connecticut. Then you got Texas A&M, Baylor, 2011, 2012. Then you got Gino with UConn for four straight seasons, man. 2013, 14, 15, 16. And then 2017, South Carolina. And, Notre Dame, 2018, Baylor, 19. COVID was canceled for 2020. And then 21 Stanford, and then 22 South Carolina, then LSU last year.
At the 2000 ESPY Awards, the Lady Vols basketball team was named the co-team of the decade along with the Florida State Seminole football team. And Pat Summitt was named the Naismith Coach of the Century, along with Shamik Holtzclaw, who earned recognition as Player of the Century as well.
So you say that to say what?
One more time.
Context?
Yes. As far as dominance of
Dominance,
the Vols.
UConn won the most championships, yeah.
Yeah, UConn in that particular
definitely
group.
UConn.
Yes.
Out of the last 10 years, Castro, UConn has won 1, 2, 3, 4, uh, four championships. Four championships out of the last 10 years, man. Hold on, Castro just fell out. Let me put him back. Yeah, man. Yeah, four championships out of the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker.
If,
He always
if you
win.
want, right, if you want to go to the last 15 years, it's 6 championships. And Tennessee, 0. 0, boy. You hear me, man? 0 in the last 15 years, man. 0 championships. When I'm right, Castro.
What about tomorrow? What UConn gonna do?
Castro, when I'm right, I'm right. That's sitting quieter than a church mouse. How was church today, Castro? Quiet. That's what I do. R.I.P. to Castro.
So what you think they gonna do tomorrow?
Oh, UConn gonna beat you. They're gonna send USC home. Straight up. They're gonna send them home, man.
I think Juju gonna send them home.
It'll be nice,
I don't think they can stop.
but I don't think I'm gonna win the lottery tonight, though. It'd be nice though.
Hey, you got to play to win.
Go.
True.
So if they go on them cameras and see who it is, they'll give it to somebody else. See, we can't let him get the money. Oh no.
Hey, send somebody else in there to get the ticket.
Send somebody else, man. Announce the wrong winning numbers. Yo, so that's about it, huh? We got, what's Caitlin Clark, man, she gonna get back the Ice Cube offer. What? You know what, Trav? Back before we change subject, man. Every time I'm right, Castro just disappear, man. His phone start acting funny. I noticed that. You don't never want me to get my credit, man. Every time I'm right, this is the second time today, he done disappeared, man.
So you think he didn't got out of there on purpose? He doing it
Hey,
on
man,
purpose.
you know, it was too hot for him, bro. It was like hot coffee on your chest, man.
Ooh, ooh.
Shit was burning him, man. Hey, Castro,
Yeah.
this good for you, man. This that shit to make your soul burn slow. That ether, that shit to make your soul burn slow. You be all right. Castro went to church, man, on Easter Sunday, man.
Amen.
Yeah, man. Trav, what about you, man?
What's that?
You went you went Easter egg hunting with the
Oh no.
kids. Good Friday and Easter, 3 days later. Saturday, Sunday. 2 days. Damn, that's 2 days. Well, let me stop. We ain't even gonna get into all that.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing but sit back and relax
Yeah.
and
What they say,
watch some
Trav?
of that basketball.
Hey, Trav, what they say Good Friday? They say he died on Good Friday and he rose 3 days later, which is what? 3 days later is what? Saturday, 24 hours. Sunday, 48 hours. How in the heck we get Sunday out of that? Anyways, I ain't gonna get into that on this station. On the airways. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. I'm like somebody can't count.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah, man. Good. They say he died on Good Friday, and he rose 3 days later. Saturday, Sunday. That's only 2 days, man.
They just celebrate on a Sunday. Instead of on
See, they
Monday.
doing what they want to do. They ain't following the text. So what they should have said is that he died on Wednesday and he rose on Saturday. That's really the seventh day of the week.
You think so?
I know some based on the literature, but that's for another day.
Hot topics.
On topic, man.
Mm.
Is that the wrap up right there?
I think that
I can
unless
cut this part. I can edit it out. I can edit that last part out. I said, I don't want nobody to
nah,
get offended.
nobody, no one gonna get offended. Nah.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah. In this day and age, also true. What's offensive to one person might not be to the other, but that's the level
Another
of
question.
sensitivity of people is the latest though on the big three development with Caitlin Clark from last week. She did address it, and she said that currently she's focused on the tournament and beating LSU. That was her response so far. So she was also quoted as saying that it was the first that she'd heard of it when everybody else had heard of it, meaning that nobody had come up to her or her team in private and asked her to do it that way. So it was a public announcement made by Ice Cube when he made it. And so far, she responded by acknowledging that she knows that she's got a offer on the table. So we'll see what happens once the tournament's over and done with. Maybe she takes the offer. Maybe she decides to focus on the WNBA. Maybe she decides to put her focus into the Olympics. Maybe she decides to just go to Colorado and go to a bunch of dispensaries and just forget about everything and live like a hippie. Who knows? But just saying,
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see her in the big three. I think she'd be exciting. I think it'd be, would she dominate? I don't know. I think it'd be worth the watch. I would see, when they showed a commercial earlier during the games today with the State Farm and Jimmy Butler was right next to her and they were standing side by side. Clearly, Jimmy Butler's a lot larger individual, but it wasn't as though he dwarfed her by any means. So I think she'd be okay. I think she'd get her shot, and I think she's
Stop it,
confident.
Mac.
Serious.
Stop it, Mac. It
I
ain't
would.
gonna happen.
You don't think she'll say yes?
She got
I
to get to
mean,
LSU first.
I say she should.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you have to
only
take the
a
money.
possible 10 games, maybe probably 8. Probably 8 for her on the team. They probably won't make the playoff.
Oh damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least she come away. At least she'll take the money. She'll come away with the money. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and just like, hey.
Oh, yes. You ought to take that, get that easy money.
I think so.
But,
I think
it'll just have to be they'll be out there taking it easy on her.
Man, they are not about to take it easy on, man. They are not about to do that. You know that.
I don't think they would either.
I don't know, man. I
But they ain't
think
gonna.
if they play her for real, she won't be able to get nothing done.
All right. Well, I'm not about to have that conversation again. You gotta wait till it happens.
Well, it's the same game, basketball, but it's a difference in the men and the women.
Trav, I hear what you're saying, but respectful, like I said, I'm only giving her the benefit of the doubt because of her extended shooting. Long range shooting, man. She
Yeah,
can
I know
shoot.
you and Max think she'll do good.
I ain't say all that. I'm just saying from the outside, man. I'm with you. She can't deal with the physicality inside the 3-point line.
Oh no.
Yeah, but on the outside, she'll be all right. She'll be good.
I I think
Max may say it don't matter where. Speak for himself.
I just know what I've seen and what the eye test tells me, along with what she herself has said. Knowing she's a competitor, knowing she's ready to play at any given time, I think she can do it. And I think that she would go out there with a chip on her shoulder, with something to prove, break whatever barrier she wants to break. But I think she can compete. As to whether or not she would succeed, I think her just being out there and competing is enough in itself, as long as she competes and plays to the best of her
Get better.
ability. That in itself right there, I like that a whole lot more than her not giving it a try and not taking that extra step and going down the road 5 years from now. I'm like, what if? Just do it. See what happens.
There we go, man. Oh, it's another one in the bag.
Another one in the bag. Another great one. Another live show. Another Raw Sports Radio episode in the books. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of this Sunday night. Thank you for everybody taking time out of their evening to join us. We really appreciate it. Please, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any of the episodes coming up. And in the meantime, keep it real, keep it raw. This is the Raw Sports Radio Network, and we're out for this Sunday night. We'll see you again soon.
Keep it raw.
Keep it raw.
Raw.